Alright, I'm going to do something really reckless. It's going to be a Wraith. It's going to be a Wraith. Level 23 Wraith. I've got 1 level of Brutal Strength. I've got Ruin. Only affects 2 survivors though. I gotta play with your food! Nah, I've got to find the Obsession though. They've got 2 toolboxes, so we're looking at a pretty unfair matchup. But I'll give it a try. Wraith's pretty bad. If you didn't know, he's pretty fucking bad. Every killer in this game is only as good as their killer power is capable of chasing and downing survivors. The nurse is the best killer because her ability is purely chasing and downing survivors, nothing else. Hillbilly's pretty great because his ability is exceptional at once you've chased someone, you only have to chase them once to get them down. Everyone else has to chase them twice, and that is a big difference. So Hillbilly's looking great. Trapper, he doesn't have to chase people for the hit, just has to chase them for the hit, or into a trap. He can deny entire pallets, which means they either get trapped on a pallet, or they skip the pallet because they see the trap and then get hit for it. Yeah, Trapper's really good. Hag, again, just trap the stuff and get your free hits in. Not a problem. Doctor sucks. Again, killer power. Not capable of assisting you downing survivors for the chase. Because the game at its fundamentals, if you take away the killer powers, it's super obvious that the killers are fundamentally underpowered. They are not capable of catching survivors if there's pallets nearby. I believe pallets are overpowered. I would nerf pallets. I would make the fundamental killers quite strong, not underpowered. That way when you add on the chainsaw, you add on the traps, then they're really strong. And that's how it should be, is the killers should be really threatening. And they are fucking not. Not at all. No way. We'll see how this goes. I've got Hex Ruin over there in the middle of the map. So that's pretty bad RNG. Well, they're not killing it instantly. They're not on any of these gens. I'm going to do this out of sight so they don't know where to run. See how she wasn't quite sure where to go? Actually nets me a free hit, which is pretty good. I'm going to try and keep it cute, keep it fast. I want to find my Obsession. Okay, so secondary plan for finding the guy that was up there is to find Ming Li when she's healing. That's annoying. I'm gonna route her off. Don't want to chase her directly, although I don't want line of sight because I can't fucking see her. Looks like she's just sprinting around the boat for a bit and I lost bloodlust. There we go. Fucking hell. See how bad this killer is? If you're using, like, why would you use the killer power in any of that? What would you have done there? Sure, I used it a little bit to catch up to her. At the end of the day, any other killer could have just chased and would have been great. Bing bong. It's just so fucking bad. Alright, they should find the totem now. I'm not a great Wraith player, fine. I don't play the character much. But there's no way around it. Objectively, he's bad at killing people. There's a pallet here, so she's infinitely safe. And she still fucks up. Oh, see, I didn't even get the special points for de-cloaking and hitting her there. But that was all about the de-cloak. I can't really get her here, she's got a pallet. I probably should have hit her through that. I think she could have gotten hit. Yeah, I didn't want to chase her there. I felt like this area is complex enough that I could have surprised her just by going a different way. I sort of surprised myself a little bit, but at the end of the day I made the right choice. I didn't expect her to go through the window towards me, but you know, I didn't get surprised by it. So they dehooked here, healed here. They're on the boat. Seems like this Feng Min wants to do the boat. So I think what you're meant to do is get ahead of them where they're sprinting and then decloak so they're sort of running into you as you decloak. Now I've got line of sight and he hasn't got much defense, so I'm just going to hardcore chase her. He might find a pallet. He might not. So a character like this, maybe save the best for last, is actually good. Because you are chasing for a while, and if you get that first hit, and you get a lower cooldown, that could make a big difference for you. There's definitely stuff you could try with this character, but it's never going to be as good as just the Hillbilly. Why? Objectively, the Hillbilly has a superior ability. The Wraith Invis is just objectively worse than the Chainsaw, because it has far less use. In fact, it has no use most of the time. These guys are just taking advantage of the fact I'm not camping. Again, you want to your decloak is most valuable when they don't see you coming, so that they can spend the time that you're slow decloaking kind of working out where you are, so they don't really have any, they're not taking speed advantage during the decloak. So there is definitely stuff you can do worse and better with the Wraith. Alright, that was not good, shouldn't have done that. You've killed your Bill. Kill Bill. Yeah, it's just not good, buddy. You better run off or I'll kill you as well. I feel bad for the Bill, but I'm tired of being generous and letting people go. Oh, that's a big surprise. Bill disconnects to my arm so you get downed. But don't be like a cocky cunt. Like, just stop running around the killer. Stop being a twat. Like, grow up. Like, I know you're trying to BM me to make me feel bad and stuff, but just have some respect and you won't get fucking embarrassed. So I'm supposed to pretend I didn't see this dude over here? Look, you killed yourself because you were embarrassed. Not because I got you, but because you embarrassed yourself. I thought there was a pallet there. I thought I needed a swing. Oh, it's my obsession. I forgot about that. Pathetic. Stop BMing killers. I know they're weak, and I know you feel strong because your character is strong, not you. Stop BMing. Because look, you just literally just rage quit the game by suiciding on the hook. Because you were embarrassed about how that went. Because you BM'd me and got fucking wrecked for it. Just stop. Play a normal game. Look at that, decloaking out of sight, and I just got the hit. Fuck, I didn't get the hit. I got the hit. She's on the pallets? No, she just went through them. How do you fix the Wraith? Personally, I think you buff all killers a little bit. I don't know exactly how you do it. I think you nerf pallets. Then you have the space to buff the Wraith without just making his ability like everyone else's, good in chases. This is the fundamental problem with every new killer, is that they're so restricted on how the killer power must work, because it has to work like the Hillbillies and the Renaissances, because the game is balanced around those killer powers, not around the killer itself. You think about the Wraith and the Trapper and the Hillbilly, those three first killers, they're all pretty much identical except for the killer power. And if you take away the killer power, you cannot catch people efficiently. You can catch them, but not efficiently. And so that reveals something about the nature of what a killer is, the fundamentals, and the killer powers, and how they're essential. If they weren't essential like they are, you could make them more interesting. And you could have a Wraith like this, whose killer power wasn't quite so good, and maybe it would still be fine. Or maybe, like, the killer power of the Wraith isn't so good for chasing, but that's fine because it's good for other stuff. And that's fine because the killer's fundamentals are capable of chasing. I think that's the correct route. It's easier to just make the Doctor's killer power shock people so they can't do windows, and make the Wraith, like, I don't know, decloak faster or whatever they're probably going to do. Probably. is just make every killer power exactly the same. It's good for chasing, because the fundamentals don't help you chase. And you can see they see this issue. Bloodlust. They clearly saw an issue with the fundamentals of the killer not being able to chase efficiently and effectively. So they added in Bloodlust, and that was somewhat of a help. It's not enough yet. I still think pallets are too strong. I think that should be obvious. They're fundamental to the survivor's survival. It's all anyone does, just loop around pallets. Have you got a pallet? You're fine. If you've got a pallet, if you've not, you're dead. Like, what? Why is the gameplay so fucking binary around a resource that you can't really control? It's just something you use efficiently or not. I don't know. I've got a lot to say about this game, and the Wraith is just. I'll do another one. I'll just do a straight one. I'll go straight through and keep the same video up. I won't level him. I'll level him a bit. Maybe I get Brutal Strength 2. Maybe I get Bruin 2. That'd be really nice. And again, I'm not a pro Wraith. I'm not saying I'm the best Wraith and everything I say is right. And maybe I should shut up because I don't know the Wraith that well. But I know his killer power, I know what it does, and therefore I know what it's capable of. Sure, you can get a little bit better or worse. Oh, Whispers 1, that's no good. It's 48 meter range. Actually, that's not dreadful. It's some use, but it's not like 60 meters. I think it was like 60, which would be silly. Alright, I think I have time to level up once more, so I'll get it done. Go, go, go. And I'm spending too many points to see what I've got here. I can actually grab another perk. Let's just grab Unrelenting. That's why I look like a proper noob. And let's finish this. See if I can replace this Unrelenting with anything. No. That's what we got. Medkit Dwight. We got a Toolbox Dwight with Prestige Clothing. That's a looper. If you've ever seen someone and thought, are they a looper? Yeah, Prestige, just bloodied clothing and a fucking toolbox. Yeah. I wonder if this guy's going to loop for the whole game. I don't really blame the players either. Looping is safer, easier, effective, efficient. It works wonders for making you safer and making you more successful. Looping. Problem is, it's really it's one-sided. The killer cannot stop you from looping. He can't counter you on the loop unless he has specific perks. There's no mind games most of the time. Most of the time you're literally just holding forward, and it's boring. It's boring. That's why I don't play that way as often as I can in a match. I can't get this dude because he's got pallets. Except you can't both loop, so it's... That Unrelenting is quite helpful, actually. What are they doing? Wow, I was going to try and mind game, but fuck it. Oh yeah, he was in my session. Right, well, if I put him by the gen, then I know I can camp and no one can complain. It's quite funny, that. We had second Dwight and the Claudette here. I'll kick this gen, but it's probably not going to do much. They're not going to cloak, because I know the Claudette is nearby. I don't want him to die. Should definitely have stealth for this. Makes me faster. I wonder if she's up here. That'd be cute, wouldn't it? Alright. Thing is, if I leave, I know they're going to dehook right now. Okay, fine. Let me guess, dehooked instantly. As soon as I leave. I do have Ruin, but it's only level 1. It's a pretty quick heal. I wonder if there was 2 of them there. Such a fucking noob. Why would you drop that? He doesn't know where I am, so he doesn't know where to run. Sprint burst. Again, like, why do survivors have such strong perks? Why don't I have any perks like sprint burst? Oh, I've got ruin, and that's it, and it's dead now. How often does he get to use sprint burst? Like, it just changes the way you play the game. Of course the Wraith's gonna suck. You can't surprise anyone with sprint burst. Even if you surprise them, they press shift and they're invincible. Your attack won't hit if they are sprinting that fast. Might go for the grab here. No, he's gonna try and be cute with the round movement. I'm pretty sure camping was the right choice. So if you look at the number of gens done, they haven't done any. Because they were sitting next to me whilst I was sitting next to the hook. So I made the right fucking choice. And they're here again. They did this gen today 60%. Which means they're here. Now I've used this gen as bait and see if they tap it. This guy didn't sprint, which means he's pretty close, to be honest. Where would he have gone? Let's go for this dude. I just can't generate pressure at all. I should have just camped. The only way you generate pressure is a Wraith. Wow, she did sprint. It's just no fucking marks. It's like a few marks. What is going on there? Why is there so few sprint marks? Well, she can see me. And again, I just lost all my advantage. Oh, just got her. Up cloak. It's so useless though. It takes so long to decloak that just you can't do anything with it. Just gonna loop this fucking house. Look at this, man. Just jumping through windows because you know there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do but chase you like a retard. I can't outsmart you. What, I turn around? I lost my vision. I've just lost all of my bloodlust stacks. Oh my god. And look, no risk. I mean, you probably couldn't have gone away there, but she felt like she could get away. The only reason you catch them is because they fuck up. If they don't fuck up, you can't catch them. That pallet would have saved her. What, we would have been looping for another 30 seconds, and then another pallet, and another 30 seconds. It's just insane. Why can't I beat this shit with my character? Why do I need a chainsaw to get the one shot? Why do I need traps so you can't just loop forever? Why can't my character counter pallets? If I know you're going to do a pallet, why can't I outsmart it? Oh my fucking god. I should have just camped. I should be camping right now. What? They just did 4 gens. What? Can't loop me on this thing, man. There's no pallet. You see how simple this game is? Can he loop me here? Well, no, there's no pallet, so of course he can't. It's too simplistic. And again, like, why did you go this way? There was no pallet. Oh, there was, but you couldn't get to it. Like, it's too simplistic, this game. Is there a pallet? Cool, you're safe. Is there a pallet? No, you're not safe. It's too simplistic. Don't try it, man. You're not going to stop me. You're not going to save them. It was close, but it's not good enough. Why can't I smash this pallet? If I want to smash this pallet, look how long it takes. Eight seconds to smash a pallet. And look, like he played awful, and I still can't surprise him. The Claudette is insanely obvious, and I'm still not getting anything for it. Are you kidding me? You just lagged. Is that really going to save you? Why? What's going on? Is he lagging? Why can't I hit this? I should have camped him. What am I doing? I could have ranked up. I just stood there like an idiot. God damn it. See if I can hook him over here and bait. I could have ranked up if I just sat there and camped. What an idiot. What a mistake. It's just boring playing these killers, because they just have to loop like fucking retards. Go on teabag, so I'll let you go. Ugh, it's just... And they just hit gens, like... Tap, tap, tap. They all three just did a gen. At the same time. I went from in a good position to I've lost the game. What did I get? I didn't even fucking black pip! That's dreadful, man. And they call me a camper. I'm gonna camp even harder than that, so I rank up. Because you fucking gotta. You've gotta camp. Let's get rid of Unrelenting. Iron Grasp, just in case I can't fucking hooking on with this shit character. Oh my god. This killer is so bad. Let's read his killer power. What does it say? Allows its user to enter and walk the spirit world. Almost invisible. All it does is make you invisible, and it can't even do that. Faster movement. Why would that matter? Why would that matter? I can't do anything. I can't interact with any pallets. Maybe you can go through windows now. You can't kick gens. You can't hit anyone. You can't do anything. So, who cares? Cannot attack or interact while invisible. You fucking said it. Look at this hardcore pallet, like, fucking hell with the toolboxes. Like, if you want to rank up, man, why are you playing Wraith? Wraith with shit perks. It's just not capable of winning the game. Skill doesn't matter. You don't have what it takes to rank up unless you camp like a fucking beast. Which I'm gonna do now, because this is just silly. All they do... Those fucking idiots sat by that hook at the start of the game. I know they did. Because they didn't do any gens at the start of the game. And then I let them dehook and they did a bunch of gens. And people call me a camper. But all I'm seeing is reasons to camp. It's effective as fuck. Because survivors are just endlessly altruistic. And I've seen it when I play survivor and I'm sat doing a gen and someone gets hooked. At the very moment they get hooked, my teammate gets up and runs off. If I'm seeing it as a survivor, it's happening when I'm a killer. They are running to the hook, and it's all they're doing whilst that dude is hooked. And it's the only way to stop him doing gens, is to keep that dude on a hook. I think you have to. The more I play this game as killer, the more I see the killer is incapable of catching survivors efficiently. Unless you use so much fucking skill and outplay them on pallets, or unless you've got a really good killer power, it's inefficient. It's just not efficient. I know you can do it, but it takes so long. And the reason time matters is because you're comparing to the gen time. Look, she's so out of position, and she still gets to the pallet. She even looped a little bit, because she knew how fucking close she was. I mean, she's dreadful, but... Okay, she's far too fucking optimistic about this pallet, aren't you? Oh, how does that not hit? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You've seen all this shit on Reddit and YouTube and Twitch. You don't know what you're doing, man. So stop. Stop trying to be the coolest kid in town. Just fucking drop the pallet like a normal human being. Alright, just fucking spin around trying to embarrass me. Stop BMing and just play properly. My killer is shit. You don't have to try that fucking hard. Whatever, I know where they are. They've just done a gen. They've just done this gen. Oh my god, I didn't think it was that high percentage. Why would I leave this position? You can't stay from the hook, and you can't get out. Think about it. I could have body blocked you and generated more value. And there's only one way you did this gen that quickly. There was 2 of you. Had to be. No, there wasn't. How did she do that gen so quick? Or was that a brand new part? But this is just bait. Like, I know they're on comms. Who brings a brand new part to a random game? He's just said, yeah, no, it's, he's chasing me. Oh no, he's going back, don't worry. He's going back. But no one's doing any gens, because they're all just running around this house because she's hooked. This is why people camp. This is why. Fuck it, I'm just gonna finish you off. Yeah, I get it, man. You didn't have borrowed time. Fucking noobs. You know how overpowered survivor perks are and you don't bring them. Every single one of them is near this house healing. Except the dude who is not injured. He's just near this house healing someone else. And people call me a camper, but at the end of the day, you're incentivizing it by running around the house like a bunch of lunatics. You're not doing gens. You did your gen fucking mega quick alone. Suspicious as hell. They made it the correct decision. You can call me a camper and say it's BM, but it was definitely the right decision. Strategically speaking, genius. Couldn't have done better than camping that fucking set of stairs. I don't really know where they are. It's the only time the Wraith is good, it's just travelling around finding people. But that shit ain't that fucking hard. Ooh, my obsession. I can't one-shot, so it's a bit fucking underwhelming. God damn, yeah, I gotta just keep her in range. And we've lost her, so we go over here and catch her again. Yeah, man, you've completely outsmarted me. Where the hell have you gone? Why am I not getting any? I missed out on a stack. I actually don't know where she is right now. Huh. Well, I was chasing her, but I don't know where. Anyway, got my speed. I know, I went into stealth. I couldn't hear anything for 2 seconds. All this bullshit. All these bullshit little things just to be cool. Oh yeah, our killer makes a bunch of fucking noise when he goes into stealth. I can't hear anything. This time she's just got sprint burst. She's probably thinking, what the fuck? This dude is so fast. Maybe this is all I gotta do. Oh no, I'm going for the wrong person if I want to do this. Let's go for someone else. Look how fast I am. Alright, and what now? I just camp him. That's pretty cool actually. I can build up speed, guarantee a kill, and then just camp him and just ruin the game for them, but I'll rank up. It's pretty cool. I could maybe let him go and camp someone else. That way I'd rank up. As long as I don't camp him. If they buffed killers, people might campless. Of course, if survivors played smarter, they'd campless. If they didn't come for the save, why would I can't camp if they go for these gens. That's mental. I know the Claudette is here. She was doing this gen. It'd be silly to leave. Okay. Oh, look, it's just another pallet. Endless pallets. Oh fuck it, I'll just get my speed up. This is by far the quickest way to get her. Actually chasing her is fucking dumb. Using the perk to generate speed. Oh, that is pro. Alright, I just ranked up. All I gotta do is keep her on the hook. Oh, she might have decisive strike. It's not guaranteed, but it is possible. I might hook her over here for maximum fucking campage. There's no pallets anymore, she's already used them. How do you not get that pallet? I thought they had no pallet there. This was a poor choice. There's like 3 pallets. 4. What? There's 4 pallets here. This game is so easy. I don't mind chasing. If the obsession gets free, it's fine. Come on, Bloodlust. Give me that free hit. Oh my god. I still didn't get the free hit. This dude's lunge range is just trash. He just sucks. Like, what is... I swear I would have got these hits with the... By anyone. It's just trash. What? How are you gonna get away from here? Doesn't make any sense. The hell? Yeah, man, that's just silly. It's just pallets, 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 pallets. You don't have any lunge range. Your killer power is shite in any scenario except when you've not found someone. But why does that matter? Why would you, like, finding someone is not difficult. Doesn't change anything. All finding someone does is change it from 4 people doing gens to 3. That's nothing. That doesn't change anything. Anyway, I've got no reason to leave. If I leave now, I might not rank up. That's just silly. I saw the corn moving. Sprint burst again. Like, do I have a perk that saves people, that gets instant hits on people? No. Why does she get a perk that saves her from every single potential hit, as long as she hasn't sprinted recently? And they're not doing gens, so why would I fucking not camp? Here she is, she's over here now. Why would I not camp? What, because I can get someone else? That's pretty good. The only reason I'll stop camping is if I can trade. They need to make some changes, and it needs to come quite quick, because we're running out of time a little bit. Like, we spent a lot of time on this game, like a year trying to make this game great. And it's getting there, it's getting a lot better. But holy Jesus. Killers need some fucking help. Why are you doing that? Alright, I got a hit and I got speed token. Where's my speed token? There it is. Yeah, there's it's just pallets, man. They're so boring and so easy and so strong. Nerf them and buff stealth. Make it possible to just hide a little bit more. It's already pretty fucking possible, but no one tries it. No one even thinks about it. And again, my killer power would have cost me the hit here. Would have cost me a hit. She probably would have got to a pallet. Oh my god, the Wraith is awful. So she was healing, so she could be anywhere. Probably where she feels safe. Where did I hit her? I actually hit her that way, didn't I? So she maybe went to that corner where she did that gen and has a bunch of pallets. 4 pallets in this area. 4. Do you know how much time that buys you? You just loop around them all in this short area with windows for bonus. This is crazy. This area alone is mental. Window, pallet, pallet. And then They doubled it in the short area. It would take forever to catch someone here. And they got 2 more pallets. And then they've got 2 more over here. Wow. That's a big deal. By the way, I've pretty much given up at this point. I can't stop her. It's just not possible. You can't win as a killer. Look at this imbalance, right? It's super obvious. If I find the hatch first, it's a stalemate. If she finds the hatch first, she wins. What is she thinking? Like, what is going on with this balance? And she knows, like, I can't stop her. I can't win. She knows where the hatch is. Why is she still sprint bursting? Look how stupid this is. Damn it, I almost got to her. It's just silly. There's so many little things. Survivor perks are mentally strong. Survivor gets items. Yeah, well, it was not. Was it wrong? Amazing perks, amazing items. They get comms if they're sensible. They're on comms talking to each other. They have all the advantage on pallets. They have all the advantage on the hatch. They have all the advantage at the start of the game. They can just fucking smash gens, and I can't stop all 3 of them. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Dude just called me a faggot. He's just got a brand. He just got the hatch. Just got the hatch for no reason. I found it first. I won. But I don't get the win by winning. No, because I'm a killer. I don't get anything. I still lose, even if I, win. I think what I'm trying to say is the Wraith shows where their initial design ideas have failed. He is one of probably the first killer they ever came up with, maybe alongside the Trapper, because he's just fundamentals. His killer power is garbage, so all you're left with is just a fundamental killer. He runs, he hits people. He runs more, he hits people. He can break pallets. That's all he does. And it's not good enough. And that shows something about the killers in this game. And I really hope they start buffing some of this shit. And I don't want to see them just buff the killer power. Just buff the killers. Nerf pallets. Just nerf pallets, man. Just nerf pallets. I don't know how exactly, but please, dear God, let me outsmart someone on a pallet, other than just making them go over it by accident. They press spacebar when they shouldn't have done. Is that really it? Alright, GG.